Viewers, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh offering prayers along with the Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi at the Mahakaleshwar Temple in Ujjain has irked the opposition. As per the tradition of the temple, Rajnath Singh and General Dwivedi performed Puja at the Sanctum Sanctorum yesterday wearing dhoti and sola. Later, taking to X, Rajnath Singh said that he prayed to Mahadev for the happiness, prosperity and good health of all countrymen.
लंबे समय से हमारी यह उत्कट इच्छा थी कि भगवान महाकालेश्वर का मैं दर्शन करूं और आज ये अवसर मुझे प्राप्त हुआ मेरा जीवन धन्य हुआ ये मानता हूं.
The opposition, however, mocked the puja with TMC MP Saket Gokhale saying that our enemies must be shivering seeing this. He also took a Nimbu and Mirchi dig while referring to Rajnath's Rafale Shastra Puja in 2020 and in a taunt called his Mahakal Puja, quote-unquote, our newest glorious moment. Congress saw a problem with Defence Minister and Army Chief performing puja together, saying that this makes it look official and hence violates the Constitution. Remember, in 2020, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh's Shastra Puja on the first Rafale fighter jet that he had formally received from Dassault Aviation in France had also sparked a controversy. Congress leader Mallikarjun Kharge had at the time called Singh's puja tamasha or theatrics. The BJP has hit back at the opposition, saying that their repeated objection to puja shows their hatred towards Hindus and Sanatan Dharma and linked their criticism to appeasement.
अब चूंकि राजनाथ सिंह जी वहाँ गए हैं तो लगता है कि आर्मी चीफ उस मंदिर के महंत हैं जो राजनाथ सिंह की अगुवाई कर रहे हैं. आर्मी के का जो लोग हैं वो किसी भी धर्म के साथ नहीं जुड़ते हैं.
Go and do it day and night in personal capacity, but not at the cost of the Constitution.
अगर इफ्तार पार्टी हो 5,000 रुपए की चांदी की थाली में खाना परोसा जाए और वो यूपीए सरकार करे तो वो सेक्युलरिज्म है.
ये राजनाथ सिंह का अपमान नहीं है, पूरा हिंदू समाज का अपमान है. उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई होना चाहिए. मध्य प्रदेश सरकार शुड टेक एप्रोप्रिएट लीगल एक्शन.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Let's take this across to our guest now. Joining us is Shazi Elmi, national spokesperson of the BJP. Major General Dhruv Khatoj is with us. He's director of India Foundation. Advocate Neelofer Masood is leader of the National Conference. We also have Sheikh Amir, leader of the Congress Party. With us is Tausif Ahmed Khan, lawyer and political analyst. Let me start with you first. Advocate Neelofer Masood, very, very shocking to see the comments being made there by Mr. Bashir Ahmed. He is comparing the army chief, saying that he looks like a priest just because he's performing puja. Now, constitutional functionaries are entitled to practice their own faith, are they not? Why make this kind of a comment in the first place?
I think we respect everybody's religion and as per everybody's faith, whoever wants to propagate or do whatever his religion tells, we should not be against them. But the thing is, I still remember the statement which was made by Army Chief on, I think it was on 27th or 28th November, while upholding the values of Phule Ji. I think at the time of speaking about the women empowerment, when he said that, in fact, army is apolitical. And it does not have any religion. It is irreligious. So I think what he was doing today or yesterday, that is entirely against his stand, what he spoke on 27th November or 28th November. We have been seeing in the recent past also that army chiefs making, like General Rawat making statements which were supportive of the government. I don't think this should be done from such a person which we believe to be of a secular nature.
So Army Chief is only okay if he's attacking the government. That is your logic. Your logic is that the Army Chief should always be in attack mode as far as the government is concerned. Only then they are doing their job.
In fact,
what logic is this, ma'am?
What he said on 27th or 25th.
Do you want us to become like Pakistan?
By everybody.
Do you want us to become like Pakistan, where the army and the government are at complete loggerheads all the time?
No, it's not like that. It's not like that. He said that people from different sects do come and join the army. People from different states do come and join the army. We don't have any religion.
Yes, so that is why they have a Saram Dharm Sthal in the army. And in fact, let me bring in the officer who is with us on the panel, Major General Dhruv Katoj. Are these arguments making any sense? You know, we have a tradition of, you know, all the religions coming together in the army, and that respect is paid to. But does that take away the right of a senior official in the army, however senior or junior they may be, to practice their own religion?
Thank you, Madhav. You know, what Advocate Masood has said, I think is most absurd. She doesn't have any understanding of what is secularism, and she has absolutely no idea as to how the army functions. Now, she has also said that, you know, the army claims to be apolitical. Obviously, the army has been apolitical. We have never been a political army, which is why there's not been an army coup in India, as you see in Pakistan and Bangladesh and in so many other countries. Right, but she doesn't have an understanding of what it really means to be a political. It simply means that you can have a political view, but we do not get involved in politics. We do not get involved in the election process. Similarly, as far as secularism is concerned, it is because India has got a majority Hindu population that it is secular. It is not secular because of the constitution. Sanatan is by itself, by definition, it is secular. We accept everybody. Islam doesn't accept everybody, which is why you see the killings of minorities taking place in Pakistan and Bangladesh. Right? The same for so many other countries. But in India, it is not the case. We practice secularism in the true sense. Secularism means I accept your faith in the full belief that you will accept my faith. And that is how the army functions. We do not discriminate on the basis of religion in the armed forces of India, period. Right. It doesn't matter which religion you belong to, you can aspire to the highest post. You will not be discriminated against in any manner. Right. That is secularism. Just one more point, Madhav. This does not deny me the right to practice my faith.
Absolutely.
I hope that's clear to everybody. It is my right to practice my faith, and we do not like any of these advocates or others who have no understanding of the military ethos to come and start injecting their poison into the armed forces. I'm using very strong words, Madhav, because I'm very disappointed in what this lady is saying. It is not, she is actually destroying the very fabric of India by these vicious statements, and I strongly object to them. Madhav.
Advocate Nilofer, would you like to respond? Because this is your comments are very dangerous. They're destroying the fabric of the nation and what the army stands for.
I think I have referred the statement made by the army staff on 27th and 28th November of this year. Kindly go through the statement, what he has said. And what he was doing today, that is against all that what he made, what the statement he made on 27th or 29th.
I think we've gone through that point, Advocate Nilofer. Let me now quickly bring in, ma'am, I think that's been responded to by the general. You are repeating the same points, but let me bring in Tausif. One second, let me bring in some of the other panelists. Tausif, you know, this is a statement of Saket Gokhale. This is a tweet rather of Saket Gokhale. I'm reading out the exact tweet word to word. After Defense Minister tying Nimbu and Mirchi to Rafale fighter jets, this is our new glorious moment. Our enemies must be shivering in their boots seeing this. Why would anybody link, you know, a personal practice of one's faith just because one is the defense minister or the army chief? That doesn't mean that they change their religious identity. They've gone there on a visit to a place of worship. Why mock them for that? Because the BJP is saying that this shows the anti-Hindu mindset of the opposition parties.
No, BJP attempt to saffronize Indian military will always be criticized.
How is this saffronizing the military, sir?
Free to visit temple. Army chief is very much free to practice his faith and visit temple, but not in an official tour. This is an official visit where he is donning an attire, a religious attire, by giving up his own military uniform. The military uniform is the most sacred dress for an army officer, whether it is a Jawan or a high-ranking military chief, just in order to gain some kind of post-retirement positions. One feels compelled to please this government and to please the minister. What have we seen in the Chief Justice?
So are you saying he should have not gone to the temple?
He admits.
Tausif, is it your logic on national television that the army chief going to the temple, he has failed in his duties? Is that your logic?
Are you telling, is this your logic, Madhav, that the army chief has to wear the attire of a priest become a pujari of a temple.
Everyone is entitled to worship in the way they want to, sir.
Visit.
Sir, if you visit a place of worship, you are entitled to dress the way you want to. Let me bring in Shazia though. Shazia. One second. Shazia, please respond to that. He is saying that the attire of the army chief is objectionable. Why should he dress like a priest? Please respond to him.
So, first of all, I would like to say that I'm extremely not just disappointed, but quite disgusted with the way the two former speakers have spoken and the way TMC MP has ridiculed the Chief of Army Staff, our Defence Minister, our services, and our dharma, our civilizational values. And I say it as not just as an Indian citizen, but as an Indian Muslim citizen. It is shocking for me that this can be held against any individual, any officer, anybody in a constitutional authority for them to practice their faith with utmost respect and also to occupy the high seats of defense and with responsibility. This is what happens. This comes from puny minds who do not have any idea of what secularism is. They have taken a very unidimensional idea of secularism from the Western values. And even the West does not do what they are saying. So they have clearly no idea. There is some seemingly hatred for the saffron without any understanding of the significance of saffron in the flag and everywhere in a civilizational ethos. It is simply the hatred, the visceral dislike for anything Hindu and religious. And going beyond Hindu, the civilizational ethos of this country, there is complete lack of understanding and respect of that, which is what is evident in the way they are speaking. I cannot imagine that this TMC fellow Saket is actually an MP and who gets to mock our army staff. And all of us are sitting here actually discussing this without actually saying that there should be action taken against somebody like that. And we cannot allow for the army chief to be...
I want to bring in
talked of in this manner.
You
want to take away his right.
Not just the fact that it's insulting.
As a Hindu.
Yeah, not just the fact that it's insulting to the army chief or defense minister. All that apart, Tausif, Mamata Banerjee has, been to the Puri Jagannath temple, has offered prayers there. Rahul Gandhi has visited Mahakal temple. If that is okay for political leaders of the opposition to do, why has this become a different yardstick when you're talking about the ruling party?
No, the question here is really upon the army chief accompanying the defense minister in a official tour. Defense minister can wear a dress of a pujari, but how does the army uniform become impure not to be worn inside the temple? Is that not an insult to the army uniform?
Does a person not have a right to practice their religion? If somebody goes to a temple, they can wear what they want.
Uniform does not come in the way.
Does this make any sense to you? Does this make an iota of sense to you?
Frankly, Madhav, I haven't understood what Tausif is saying. He's got they don't have any idea of the armed forces of India. I go to a Gurdwara, I don't go in a uniform, for God's sake. If I go to a masjid, I will not put on a uniform, or to a temple. I will put on a private dress. And I will go without my shoes. It's as simple as that. And I will put on the dress of my choice. If we go into battle, we will be in uniform. That's a different issue. When we go to a temple or a place of worship, we wear respective dresses appropriate for the occasion. And I feel so astonished that here are people on this channel, which is being watched worldwide, who want to deny me the right to my religion in a secular India. And in a secular India, all that is secular is that you take and tarnish the image of people who believe in Sanatan Dharma and say that, okay, now we are secular because we have thrashed these fellows. What a shame. I feel a great deal of awakening is required. And Tausif needs to get himself educated as does the advocate.
Tausif, respond to Major General Dhruv Katoch. He's a senior army official. How can you take away the right of an individual to worship? There are different ways of worship. In South India, for instance, you cannot wear a shirt inside certain temples. You have to respect the culture of that particular place of worship. I think that is basic common sense. Otherwise, tomorrow, anybody who does not follow the rules of that place of worship will be accused of being insensitive to the faith of the worshippers there. It's a simple logic as that.
No, with all respect to Major General retired, he is in his bid to defend BJP, he is losing the common sense. The army chief was not on a vacation, not with his family, not in a personal visit to the temple. Army chief is accompanying the defense minister in an official tour. Why should anyone compel the army chief just because he's entering the temple?
So Tausif, what is your logic? If somebody is on an official tour, they cannot worship. Does their right to practice their religion end because they're on official tour?
No.
What are you saying? Somebody wants to worship the way they want to worship. What is your problem?
Yes, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Why should BJP compel the army chief to take off the uniform and become
Nobody has compelled anyone. How do you know this? On what basis are you saying this?
On official visit, why he had to change his
on
dress?
what basis are you making? See, you're making astounding claim and argument after argument. What is the basis of you saying that he was compelled by the BJP? Do you have any proof?
Why else would he change his uniform when he is on official tour?
Because he has a right to worship, which is guaranteed under the Constitution of India. The right to worship is a constitutionally guaranteed right, which you as a lawyer should know. Shazia.
For a soldier.
Shazia.
Wait, please a second. For a soldier, no dress.
I mean, Madhav, it is, Madhav, imagine a shocking Tausif. Madhav, this person is saying that BJP has compelled. So what are you trying to say? Are you saying that the party, are you saying that the government, are you saying the executive of this country is trying to tell the army, chief of army staff to dress up a certain way? What exactly are you insinuating? I don't know who you take your lessons from, but please can you repeat that? Because this is the worst insult you can give to either the executive, but more so to our army and to the chief of army staff, or anybody, any Jawan or anybody in any position in the army that they're being told to, and they're doing it out of political compulsions. I think you had it coming, you better take that back, because nobody will forgive you for this, Tausif. I understand that you need to hate BJP, go ahead, but that you will bring down and say and mock Chief of Army Staff and say he's been compelled to. He has no right to express.
Tausif, do you want to withdraw that comment? Because I would tend to agree. You're making a completely unfounded statement that is not backed up by an iota of evidence. Do you want to withdraw that comment on national television? Tausif, I'm giving you an opportunity to do so.
No, Madhav, I am giving you an opportunity to clarify. Why should an army chief, who is normally in his official tour dressed in a military uniform?
Sir, what is the problem with that? What is constitutionally wrong? Tausif, you're not being able to argue that. Everyone has a right, and you of all the people cannot take anyone's right to practice or propagate their religion. Everyone has an entitlement to do so, whichever faith they belong to. Please, let's not change let's not shift the goalposts so easily, Tausif. I'm sorry, I've given you an opportunity. You don't want to take that. That's on you. Let me quickly bring in. In fact, before I go across to Sheikh Amir, just a moment, coming to you. There's some breaking news coming in at the moment, and this is a statement meanwhile coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Amidst the BJP accusing opposition of being anti-Hindu, the Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi has stoked a controversy with his remarks on Sanatan, saying that Sanatan Hindutva is allergic to democracy and that Sanatan forces Brahmanism. Let's listen to that bite coming in.
Sanatana Hindutvam എന്ന വാക്കിലൂടെ സ്ഥാപിച്ചെടുക്കാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുന്നത് ബ്രാഹ്മണാധിപത്യത്തിന്റെ പഴയ രാജവാഴ്ചക്കാലമാണ്. ഇതിൽ പരം എന്തു തെളിവാണ് വേണ്ടത്? ജനാധിപത്യം അലബ്ധിയാണെന്നതിനും മറ്റെന്ത് തെളിവാണ് വേണ്ടത്?
All right, let's go take this across, in fact, to Sheikh Amir. Sheikh Amir, here you have the Chief Minister of Kerala, who has now linked Sanatan and saying that it is allergic to democracy. Now, one would, of course, have imagined that after the entire controversy surrounding Sanatan Dharma, now this kind of a statement coming in from the Kerala Chief Minister. What do you have to say? Sheikh Amir, do you agree with him?
Let me come first to what you're talking about. You're talking about this army chief performing puja So it sets a dangerous precedent, potentially eroding the apolitical nature of armed forces. I don't know what Mr. Katoch was talking about. He was talking about constitution and secularism. It was laughable. He was talking about what does secularism mean? A state has to be secular, and as far as I know, what secularism in Indian constitution is, I don't know which constitution he was talking about. So the armed forces are the guardian of Indian citizens, irrespective of religion. And to preserve their integrity and inclusivity, they must refrain from religious affiliations. And secularism means that state is not. It is neither religious or pro-religious, or is simply the state has to be not. Army chief cannot participate in a religious event. When he participates, army chief participating in a religious event, what does that mean? What he is trying to say, what he will say to the people from other religions who are in the Indian army. I'll give one example of Ian Ray, the ex-chief justice of India.
No, but why is it so difficult, Sheikh Amir, to understand that the army itself has a Sarv Dharm Sthal where all the religions are, equally respected, and there's equal right of every citizen to practice their religion in their capacity.
In current
what takes away the right, the constitutionally guaranteed right of any citizen to practice their own religion? They are not insulting anybody else. There is no affront to any other religion. What is the problem if I as an individual want to practice my faith?
Madhav, everybody has right to practice their. If army chief has to practice religion, let him practice religion and leave this army uniform. He is the chief of the army staff. He represents the Indian army.
No, but why should he leave the uniform, sir? Why should he leave the uniform is my question. If tomorrow there's a person of a certain faith, there are constitutional post holders of different faiths who've been in different positions, do they all stop going to a place of worship?
Actually, this Major General, Mr. Katoch, he doesn't know not an iota of constitution. He talks of secularism, he doesn't know what is secularism. You mean that army chief...
So only you're the repository of all wisdom on the panel today. Only you know what is secularism, nobody else knows. Wonderful.
No, what does secularism mean when in current circumstances, when India is burning in this communal fire, and here comes the army chief performing puja with the defense minister, and you are saying it's okay? No, it's not okay.
What is not okay? Tell us. What is not okay?
Set a dangerous precedent in the near future. Because things are not going well in India. There are communal riots. There is lynching going on. There are cases going
Major
on.
Dhruv Katoch, since he is referred to you repeatedly, would you like to respond?
Yeah. May I respond? You see, I'm surprised. Here is a Congress spokesperson, and he's got absolutely no idea either of the Constitution or of secularism or of anything else, especially certainly not of military ethos. And here he's trying to act big. Every single army chief, air force chief, naval chief, regardless of his religion, has worshipped God in his own manner, and that includes Muslims. Please understand that. Muslims, Sikhs, Hindus, Parsis. And there is no shame in it. We respect that. When we talk of secularism, we mean giving respect to all religions. We respect all religions. We respect everybody's right to worship. It is not the Western concept of secularism where government is divorced from religion. The number 2 point, he says the army chief should keep out. Why shouldn't politicians keep out? Why should every single Congress spokesperson keep out of such debates? Why should they go to any place of worship? Why should the Prime Minister, the Deputy Prime Minister from all political parties from 1947, why have they gone to temples? Have they destroyed secularism? Why have they gone to masjids? Why did Hamid Ansari construct a mosque inside the Vice President's house? Did he destroy secularism? Now, you see, these are uncomfortable questions. What has happened in Kashmir? Who destroyed secularism in Kashmir? Why was the entire Hindu community killed by the Muslim community whom they had lived there for generations? For hundreds of years, and suddenly they were thrown out. Why? They destroyed secularism.
Well, very important points that you've covered over there. And in fact, a lot of important questions that arise out of this entire debate. At the end of the day, while certainly, of course, the Constitution has secularism, but the freedom of practicing religion is also an important part of our Constitution. In this particular case, that seems to have been forgotten. Let's leave it there for the moment. Shazi Elmi, Major General Dhruv Katoch, Advocate Neelofer Masood, Sheikh Amir, and Tausif Ahmed Khan. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.